Joy. I know I will. Some people are blessed with just too many damn gifts. Grace, beauty, and an obscene amount of talent. And one such extraordinary girl is my guest today, TK.
Well, thank you
Hi,
so
my
much.
sweetheart. Thank you so much for joining me in my car.
For inviting me.
It's been my pleasure.
And I must say, you're looking absolutely exquisite.
Thank you. Yes, it's a little number by JJ.
Oh, I see.
A friend of mine runs up beautiful little things just like that.
Stunning.
I must just say about you, darling, I like to think of myself as being a singer of a certain kind of note. Do you ever find that suddenly at the height of passion, you know, the moment of orgasm, that you suddenly burst into song?
I've tried. Definitely failed. I've tried, but no, it didn't work.
Didn't work?
No, not at all.
No, it's interesting that, actually, because somebody once said to me that if you want to know the real person, at the moment of orgasm, look into their eyes.
Right.
Because that's when it's complete loss of control, and that is the real you. Darling, every time somebody comes, I keep trying to look into his eyes, but of course they're closed. So can you imagine?
Every single
I know.
What's up with that?
And you can't very well say to a passionate lover, you know, darling, when the moment supreme, you know, that moment.
Now.
Yes, please keep your eyes open. A bit of a passion killer, isn't it?
A bit of a passion killer, yeah. I don't think
So, I was just looking at your little outfit. Not that there's much of it, actually. And I can't help noticing, but darling, that is what I call tits. I mean, one wouldn't even say breast, tits, darling.
Tits, darling.
And I'm just making sure, are they real?
They are very real. In fact, these are breastfeeding tits, so that also helps too.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
There's a baby in your life.
Yes.
And he's suckling
and
at the moment.
Suckling and
Oh, no wonder they're
taking
so
them
sort
away.
of lovely.
They're losing all the juice.
How extraordinary. I haven't touched, you know, a breastfeeding tit for a long time. Now, when it comes to men, and I'm talking purely sexually, what is your ideal?
Do you know, I actually don't have an ideal.
I mean,
when I look at all my ex-boyfriends, they're all so different. It's just a connection that I have that gets me going.
Really? So you've had tall, dark, and handsome and mature?
Tall, dark, handsome, and mature.
And you've had small, blonde, boyish toy boy. Blue eyes and a nice tan line.
You could say that.
Really, do you prefer your men circumcised or uncircumcised?
Circumcised.
Circumcised?
Yes.
Funny, that's one thing I can't agree with you on.
Really?
No, I always find circumcised man is like having a delicious steak, but someone forgot to bring the salt, you know? Really, I mean, do you think that men who are uncircumcised aren't as clean or as hygienic?
It's really, for me, it's almost hard to find my way.
Around what?
Around things.
Oh, I see, there's
I
all
just
that
prefer it
to be there.
and ready for me to
Pleasure it.
devour.
Devourer was the one. Well, that was an honest answer, if ever I had one. And just on the subject of sex, I didn't want to linger on it too much, but you're now a mother. Has that changed anything in your body, sexually speaking? I mean, I know emotionally, of course.
In fabulous ways.
Yes.
In absolutely fabulous ways.
I mean, your libido's just gone sky high.
It's a wonderful thing. I would say to every single woman out there, have a baby. It's fabulous. You're mentally and physically and emotionally, you're just so in tune and just know what you want and you get it, girls.
So, I understand that you recorded an album which you recorded in Europe.
In London, yes.
And how do you compare English men with South African men?
Oh, I see. I'm a sucker for the English accent. Oh, I just love it.
Turns you on,
Oh,
is it?
totally.
Oh, God.
It's ridiculous. You can actually just walk
You mean
up.
the sort of Hugh Grant type of accent?
Yes.
Yes, but when it comes to the bedroom, I mean, that's what we really want to know. This is below the belt.
Below the belt.
Below the bra, I think it is today. Or below the no bra.
There is no
Do these ever pop out and say hello to people?
If I'm not careful.
It's dangerous.
It looks very
Let's get
dangerous.
back to Englishmen. So,
Yes.
whilst you were in London, did you bed quite a few?
I managed to meet a couple, but because of the distance, that didn't really quite pan out. But it was very exciting at the time, getting a phone call from a bloke. That was very nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how do you black men compared to white men when it comes to the bedroom. I mean, there's a myth that we all believe, of course, that black men are all for a start, that they're terribly well endowed.
No.
Which somebody else said to me, darling, don't believe that. It's not
Don't believe
true.
that. It's so not true.
And that they apparently have this incredible stamina in bed, and that, you know, a lady's every wish and desire can be satisfied.
I don't agree. I've been out with a white man and of course with a black man, and it's really nothing different apart from the skin color.
Really? So
Really?
black men don't have any different
There's
technique?
nothing really. No, I wouldn't say that at all. I was pleasantly surprised actually.
Are black men into oral sex, into cunnilingus, for example?
They are.
I thought it may go against their sort of culture or something.
Please
you know?
don't believe the hype.
No, I mean, you see, it is all hype. That's why I want you to illuminate
Yes,
for
no,
us.
they're very comfortable with all sorts of
Really?
pleasurable.
And do you shave your fanny?
I do.
I just bought a little present for
Oh,
you,
my,
so
thank
that you
you.
wouldn't forget me.
Oh.
And, darling, they are feather nipple clips.
Oh my
So
word!
when you have that, and you see they go onto the nipple like
I see,
that.
I see.
Clip it on, darling.
Oh my
And
word!
actually, just before you breastfeed, you could sort of dangle that in your son's face. You think it's a toy or something. And at the same time, so do wear those.
I
see?
will, baby. We're gonna have so much fun.
And I think they're going to suit you.
Why, thank you so very, very much.
And before I say goodbye to everybody, is there something that you would like to say to my adoring public?
Of course, you know you have to join the Baroness next week, this time. Don't miss it. Below the belt, baby.
Exactly.
Below the belt.
Where else would we go?
Be there.
Thank you, Doug.